Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the St. Mary's versus San Francisco college basketball matchup on Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK, you'll get 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, looking to take it to the next level, maybe one-on-one concierge style service, and much, much more. These are called the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. They're not available on the website, though. You got to text the number that you see on the screen. So if you make big bets, text that number. But let's get to this one. Got St. Mary's taking on San Francisco. It's the bailout game in the West Coast Conference. A couple other late night starts like this, but this is one of them. And both these teams entered this one at 21-6, which always on the surface looks really good. But then again, you say, well, they play in the West Coast Conference, so it doesn't really count as much because there's a lot of doormat teams in the West Coast. Of course, Gonzaga lives there, and so does St. Mary's and San Francisco. These are two of the better teams, but without BYU there, it's one less, and it also has Pacific and Pepperdine and Portland and some of those other teams, which probably hurt their overall ratio and hurt these teams' chances of making the NCAA tournament. But St. Mary's, while they played poorly in their out-of-conference slate, have played really well recently, and they look like they're probably going to win this conference anyway. And they're 18th ranked in the nation, playing some of the best basketball. It's tough to tell because, like I said, out-of-conference, they had a lot of chances and didn't really make the most of it. But in conference, they have been absolutely lights out. And San Francisco, well, they've had their chances in the conference. They just haven't been able to take advantage of them. And I think that, if you're playing the West Coast Conference, you kind of got to beat Gonzaga and you got to beat St. Mary's. But one thing that San Francisco doesn't do, that is beat St. Mary's. They got slaughtered by them in the first game. That game was home, 77-60. If it was a fight, they would have stopped it. To be honest, 17-point game, it wasn't even as close as the score. And most of these games in St. Mary's, San Francisco, in recent history, going all the way back, 4 or 5 years, have been like this. They have not really been even competitive games. So San Francisco just does not stack up well. That was so they lost to St. Mary's, then they lost to Gonzaga, and then, like I said, they ripped through this who's who of the West Coast Conference, which is not a good thing. But they didn't really even cover the spread in any of those games until last time out when they finally covered against Loyola Marymount, winning 82-59 as an 8.5-point favorite. Meanwhile, St. Mary's winning games, covering spreads, beating Gonzaga at Gonzaga, the game against San Francisco. But once again, a lot of these other games against the nobodies of the world. And boy, in the grand scheme of things, when we get to March, and a lot of people are going to be jumping on St. Mary's, I'll tell you, I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to be on the other side of it. I see other teams I like a lot more. The St. Mary's defense, the numbers, of course, improving and improving. They play in a terrible conference. So while they have big numbers, it's all relative. San Francisco also very good numbers, especially offensively, and they hit free throws at a 77% clip. St. Mary's, if there is a thing they do poorly, they only shoot free throws at 68.7%. And San Francisco's defense is really good. They're really good on the boards. They do all those things that you look for in a team and everything they look for and talk about in these videos that they do well. The one thing that they don't do well, they don't play well against St. Mary's, and I just can't get past it. I'm going to take St. Mary's in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.